Hey everyone, it's Tammy and welcome back to the 12 tags of Christmas. Today we're going to create some cute coffee cup tags. Now I don't have a template for this. I think I might have a die cut for a coffee cup and you can certainly use that, but I'm going to do this old school and I'm going to get out my pencil and I'm just going to draw a coffee cup. I'm figuring it's, kind of like a rectangle. It shouldn't be that hard. So I'm just going to get a pencil and I'm going to get an eraser, I'm going to get an eraser too, and a ruler. So I think those three things will do it. And then you can either create one as a template and then use that to cut out other ones, or you could just do one or whatever you want to do, of course. So let's see. I know that a coffee cup kind of looks like, let me get out a piece of scrap. Let me see what I have in my trash pile. Here's an envelope I can use. I know that a coffee cup, the general shape of a coffee cup, or coffee, like from Starbucks, is like this, and then there's a little white piece that goes like this, and then another white piece that goes like that, and it's not as angled as that is. So that's the general shape. Not a very good drawing there, but that's what we're kind of going for here. So I am just going to start off by making an angle, and I don't want it to be too angled like I did in my drawing. And I'm going to take advantage of having this as a flat line on the bottom, and I'm just going to then kind of try to do the same type of angle over here. And that one's not quite angled enough. And I probably should have paid attention, and you probably can use a protractor or whatever that's called to give yourself the exact angle, but I'm living dangerously. I just feel like being crafty, and I know that sometimes everybody doesn't have all the same stuff. I actually think that that looks halfway decent. So I'm just going to cut this right on the line, straight up. That looks like a pretty decent coffee mug. And then I know that I need a couple of rectangles. And I know I don't need it this big, so then I have to decide, do I want to cut it off the bottom or the top? And I'm thinking the top because I want the bottom kind of like that. So I'm just going to line up the bottom because I know that that's straight with one of my lines in my cutter. And then I'm just going to chop some off. There we go, that looks a little better. Now I will take this piece of white cardstock and I am just going to cut about a 1/2 inch rectangle, and I'm using this to kind of see how big I want it to be, but I'll show you here in just a second what I'm doing. So let me just, cut this at a 1/2 inch, which I didn't do a very good job. And then I know that I want it to be a little bit longer than this, so I'm just going to take this and put it on top and find my pencil again and do it about there. And then I will cut this again on the line like that, and that can go on the top like so. And then I'm going to want a smaller one on top of this one, so I can use this and I can make it just a little smaller than this one. So I'm just measuring this one. That one measures to here, so I'm going to put that in, but I'm going to put that line at the 1/4 inch mark. So now this one is going to be a 1/4 inch smaller than that one, and it will look like that, which is exactly what I want. And I want these two to be angled just a little bit, just like it is in a regular Starbucks mug or whatever cup. So I'm taking my small one, and I will take my scissors, and I'm just going to snip up. Just like that. And I'm going to put the part that I cut behind the other part. And I can see my line here, so I'm just going to erase that. These are trash. And then I also need one of these, so I'm just going to put this on here, and I am going to put lines where I want this approximately, and however wide I want it. Like I probably want it about that wide. So I'm just going to cut this on the line so I know that it matches, or at least close to the line. Let me try that again. I didn't get it quite there. There we go. And actually I cut off the length there, so I'll have to measure that again. Oops. Ooh, that one was pretty good, being on the line. Okay, so let's see here. That will fit just fine on top of that. And I don't know, I just want some in the middle. So let me just line this up this way with one of these lines about there. Cut it, and then line this up. Cut it. There we go. I wonder if I could do it this way too. And the other way looks better. So I'm going to have to erase that little pencil line too. So this is kind of fun, just crafting and just making one tag. I'm not worried about doing bulk, and I also need a hole punch. I didn't think of that. I think this is a heart-shaped hole punch, which is fine. I'm just going to use glue because I have it handy dandy. And you could of course use pattern paper on this. And then once you've done one, if I wanted to make more, what I would do is I would just simply use this one as a template, and I would put this on top of another piece of paper. Oops, I totally drew on the paper. That's where your eraser comes in handy. And again, I should have just gone, you know what, I'm going to just do it again because this makes more sense to go to the bottom. Take advantage of one of your straight lines. You could even take advantage of one of these straight lines if you wanted to, like do it against here and then just cut these 3 lines. Like that, and then you could do it on a colored sheet of paper, or a pattern sheet of paper. I don't know why I'm not taking advantage of the line. I didn't do it all the way. I really should have taken advantage of that, and I did not. So I just tell you guys to do it, and I don't do it. But let's just cut these out, and I'll show you. I mean, this is really fast and easy, and this is crafting. And honestly, I think it's fun. This is what I love. That could almost be another one if I angled it correctly. Save it. And again, it doesn't have to totally match the other one because you are not going to be putting them with each other. So if it's not exactly the same, you don't have to worry about it. This one's a little bit cockeyed, I think. Oh, you know what? It's not going to matter because I'm going to put the white on top. So that's good. And then I know I had another one. Which one? Green. And I'll just save this stuff to my, those are the pieces that I want. Okay, I don't have any more white, so let me get some more white out. Let's cut it at 1/2 inch. And let me do another strip at 1/2 inch. And, oh, I just made this, I did this. And we'll do the same thing where I'm just measuring this to see how long I want this. So I want it to be about to here for that one. And then for this one, I want it to be about to here. And I could probably assume that they're the same, but I'm not going to, just because I know that I am doing this freehand, kind of, not really exactly freehand, but you know what I mean. And then, so however long these are, I'm going to make sure that this part is shorter, and this one is already, so that's good. And now I don't remember which one goes to which. And this one is too, so I'm good. And let's see. This one fits that one, and it fits that one. And if they both fit, then that's perfect. If this one is wider, this one's a little wider, so I think I'll use this one for this one and this one for this one. Oh, and I need this part still, don't I? Let's see what I have here in my stash from the other one. I can just cut this to make this one work. And what do I have left from here? That's not big enough. So I'll cut another piece here. I'm actually just going to cut about how long I want it or how wide I want it. This might even be easier. And then, which one did I say that this one went to? I think that one. Well, it doesn't really matter because I can move it. Okay, duh. Dingbat. So then I can put this wherever I want it, turn it over, and then put my angles on it as long as it's straight. Let's try that again. So the dark line, I'm going to cut it on. And this line. Oh, goodness, I missed it. How'd I do that? And then this one, let me make sure it's straight. And I just really need to cut off one side. So I will just put that one in here. I don't know why that isn't cutting very well. Okay, so then I can get rid of all of this. This is trash. That part's trash. That red is extra. Okay, so here's all the parts for that, and that, and that. And I just need to angle the smaller ones again. So I'm just going to take it, angle it up, the smaller ones, angle it up, angle it up. So you can see how easy it is to reproduce. And I should probably erase on this green. And I may have marks on this a little bit. Okay, so then once I have this the way I like it, and this the way I like it. I can glue it all down. And you can tell, honestly, by looking at this, that it's not perfect. But again, I don't think that matters so much. I think that the fun of crafting and having homemade things is knowing that it's perfectly imperfect, and that is okay. Put some glue on there. Put this on top like that. And put some glue on the bottom of that one, and then just attach that to this. Isn't that cute? Okay, we're not done. We're going to do all three of them. Super easy, super fun. And it gives you really cute gift tags. And these are kind of big. I mean, you could make them whatever size you want, obviously. That's part of the beauty of this. You just do whatever you feel like you want to do. I kind of sometimes like to hold things up and look at them because, I don't know, for whatever reason, I can see things sometimes a little more clearly as to whether or not it's straight or not. Like that one's probably a little short. Honestly, I think that this is a little short for that, but I don't think anybody's going to care or notice. And admit I didn't have to cut another piece of paper because that was just what was left over. And this would be really cute to use as a gift card holder, or to put on a, like if you were giving someone a coffee pot or something like that. Maybe someone's getting a Keurig. In my opinion, this would be fun to give that to them with this kind of a tag. All right, so then you can do your to and from just by writing it on here. And we can make a gift tag by putting a little punch in each one of these. Ooh, I made that one a little close to the edge. Hopefully not too close. That should be all right. And then just take some twine or some ribbon, whatever you want and have. This is a great way to use up some scraps too. And then I like to put this through from the front, pick it up from behind, and then put your fingers through this loop, grab the string, and pull it. And there you go. And of course you can use whatever paper you want, whatever scraps you might have left, or if you wanted specific colors, you just, the sky's the limit. And I love that this is like genuine crafting. There's no machines involved. Scissors, an eraser, pencil. There you go. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you give it a try. Bye-bye.